So,
how being on
back
my
to your
phone
point.
correlates to cheating. That's f***ing ridiculous.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Fatality.
Yeah, no, if you had legitimate...
I think I have a lot more to offer
if
than
you
just
had
being on
significant,
OnlyFans.
if you had
like that I
significant...
started
One
2
second,
months
love.
ago. Like there's a
One
lot
second,
more
love.
things I have to offer than
If
that.
you had
Love.
significant IQ and skill set, you'd be able to go into the marketplace and earn a good income such that you didn't have to
gotcha.
do that. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
Finish him.
If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a 6-figure plus income?
Work at one of the highest I work at one of the best clubs in Las
You
Vegas.
seem like you're having trouble with English for a second.
Nah, these OnlyFans models need to stop. They don't have anything to give besides sex. And here's another clip to prove it.
How many times did you cheat on him?
One time I cheated on him when he went to the barbershop to get a lining. One of my clients hit me up like, I want you to come real quick. I got $1,000 for you. And I'm like, shit. Cool, just drop this off. Went, made that money real quick, 10 minutes, and I was back by the time before he was done getting his lining.
Did you pay for his haircut?
No. Sure didn't. That felt good saying.
This is why you should never date a sex worker. Such women are hard to listen to and would do anything for some quick bucks.
What's the most guys you've had on rotation at one time before?
Mine's a sort of 6. 4.
What were their roles, the 4 guys?
Wait, do you mean like...
As you can see in the clips, women who are involved in the adult entertainment business, whether it's with adult labels or with popular online platform called OnlyFans, have no idea about the consequences of their actions, not just on their partners and families, but on society as a whole. Working their way up the corporate ladder, or the adult entertainment ladder, until their 40s, modern women do everything they can to capture and possess the essence of power they believe would make them happy. However, they only realize much too late that they have a natural need to nurture families, settle down, have loving relationships with men, and become good mothers. And now that they've been inundated with feminist doctrine, they can't even confess that they should have taken the conventional route and lived by their feminine nature. Like the first woman in the clip literally had to be educated on how, if she had some skill that used the complexity of her brain, she might have been able to generate some other income through a more respectable and intelligent work, rather than selling what she's just been born with, her own flesh. Even though she tried to defend it, the look on her face told a different story, a story of adamant regret and disbelief. A woman who has an extensively high number of partners will lose the ability to feel anything for any future partners. A woman has a very low chance of developing a healthy monogamous bond with one man over the course of a lengthy period of time if she has a high-notch count, a history of promiscuity in which she slept with many men, and she lost her virginity at an early age. Numerous studies have been done on this. If you compare 2 ladies, one who started at age 20 and has a notch count of 2 versus one who started at age 16 and has a notch count of 50, the former is by far the wiser option. There will be a lower chance of divorce for you. Your chances of developing a strong relationship with her will be greater. At this point, some claim that men and women are the same. Usually what happens is that people ask why males can be promiscuous without consequence, but women can't. Men and women are complementary to one another's lives, which is where the freak show begins. They are not the same. They are not alike. They are extremely unlike. Men have enormous amounts of testosterone, after all. Estrogen is present in women in large amounts. If you're a woman watching this and you're hoping to meet a good guy to have a family with, don't be a garden tool, and don't go tossing it about to every person who shows you some attention. That's simply the reality of the intimate market. You want to maintain your attractiveness, so make sure your notch isn't something that would raise the most eyebrows. And learn from this video. Any adult star who expects men to show her any sort of loyalty is kidding herself. Another issue with women is that they want to spend, spend, and spend. Men have to take the woman out every night. Men have to go on vacations often before they get bored. This creates a negative finance loop where both partners are poor all the time, and the woman is left frustrated when the marriage and children never happen. Women are wasting years and years dating men, gutting them of their finances, and then wondering why the big and important things aren't happening. Meanwhile, a ton of single men are swimming in money, buying homes, doing their own thing, and ignoring the dating standards because they are too expensive. Women have everything backwards. They don't want to accept the fact that a successful life is a boring life. It's mostly routine, and it's not going to be spontaneous and chaotic like a movie or TV show. It's beyond me how women feel they can trample on society and men and believe the world still owes them love and respect. The women we saw in the video got a rude but necessary awakening to what real life is about and how you can't mess with other people just because you feel like it. These women were humbled because they completely deserved it. Throughout their lives, men are supposed to do everything for women and literally dedicate their lives to providing for, protecting, and helping women. And you know what? Men do that with a lot of joy, and it brings them a lot of satisfaction when they know they're being the providers. It gives them a solid purpose because they know they're doing justice to what the universe meant for them to do. They do it proudly because that's in their nature. I'm talking about high-value men, not a simp who starts crying if he gets rejected by a girl. But the question is, why is it that women expect everything from a man, especially when all they can do now is talk about equality and how men have oppressed them and controlled them? It's quite true that modern women have become too entitled. As I said, women's entitlement is unwarranted, and men really don't need to sugarcoat things for women anymore, because they've clearly got the wrong idea about their role in modern society. Men need to make sure to put a woman in her place if she makes any unwarranted or untrue claim based on her overly inflated ego and entitlement. Women are so incredibly used to getting paid for the rest of their lives after divorces that some even initiate divorces just because they can get a guaranteed payment for the rest of their lives without having to work, and after they get rid of the guy, they start to monkey branch off to other men. Guys, no matter where you are, and no matter what age group you belong to, always know that it's not necessary that once you're married happily, it's going to stay like that forever. Women need constant validation, which I personally believe is just a cop-out for not being content with who they are at certain points in their lives and not truly being in control of their own emotions. Guys need to understand that you can't place your wife on a pedestal because it will be the standard you establish for her and what she will take for granted for the rest of her life. Therefore, if anything even slightly changes, she'll think you're a horrible guy and go off with the other men for validation. These women delay having children, like imposing their ideals while spreading the gospel of tolerance and freedom, and feel oppressed simply for being female. They rarely acknowledge the fact that being a woman is far more advantageous than being a man. A woman is just not good enough if all she offers you is intimacy and talent in bed. We are constantly being encouraged to think about this by the media and other contemporary notions. Observe the adverts and billboards in your neighborhood. There are lots of semi-naked women, which causes both men to view women as treasures, and women to objectify themselves. Not only do large corporations exploit women's beauty to advertise their goods, but every day, girls also subscribe to feminist ideologies and publish provocative images on dating apps in an effort to be accepted. They do, however, also lament that men, particularly the desperate ones, objectify them. She is a 304 if she behaves like one by walking, talking, and acting in that manner. Men are sick of the way the modern dating scene treats them as throwaway objects. In the second clip, the girl proudly shares how she cheated on her boyfriend for some money. Clearly tells you what the priorities are of these women. Men are encouraged to follow their own paths by women's selfishness. The idea that women are naturally valuable and men are compelled by nature to create their own value was long accepted by the majority of people. Unlike modern women who look for the best men without offering anything worthwhile to the relationship. Men who go their way accept the injustice of life. The majority of guys work really hard to improve themselves and provide value. And guess what? If they are in a relationship and have had a tough day at work, they do not think of abusing their spouse. Men who are devoted to a relationship work hard to provide for their families and respect women and children. Truth be told, all men want is peace. A man needs to be in a position of leadership, but the boss babe narrative is being advanced in today's world to convince women that they don't need men and to even denigrate them as filth. Be honest for a moment. Not all men and women are good people, and I'm not claiming that every woman is materialistic 304. I base my decisions on facts. I want you guys to recognize the trends and follow them. Of all, being a man is not simple, especially in today's society. Due to unpleasant dating experiences, unfounded accusations, or simply because women don't provide anything to the relationship besides intimacy, many men have already welcomed MGTOW. It's normal to think about going your own way for a bit, if not permanently, if you're a man, and all the women you wind up with are entitled and annoying. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.